Hey everybody, it's time for some letters for the 15th of May, 2021. Barb Clayman says someone spotted Living Free Mike in Slab City building a home with a wall around it and lots of booby traps. He is getting ready for the Battle of the Armageddon. Now, Mike did do that last year, if you remember. Well, I think it was after the RTR. He went over to Slab City. Remember that in early 2020? And he went over at, or was that the year before that? I don't know. It was a good year-ish ago. And he did try to set up camp there. He put a wall around his compound. And I think people were stealing stuff from him. And I also remember he had that incident with the dog where he got a big nasty gash on his leg. So, I don't know. We had people telling us that Living Free Mike was going to spend in Arizona until mid-April and then head back to Minnesota. But according to our sources, he's at the slab, so we'll let you know. We got so many comments today about little Adam and the dirty steering wheel column. Is that a spray bottle of cleanser to the left of you? You know, in my video. And it's to the right, actually. You might want to use it. Little Adam's dashboard. Oh, dashboard now. Dashboard is gross. He's a little dusty. That was Meowich. Meowich. Daniel says, Bob, Cheap RV Living Bob, has done a lot to help educate nomad newbies. He is a smart guy and has a nice rig where he films, oh wait, I gotta do this, where he films a lot of folks and their RVs at the RTR, and then he releases the vids on a regular schedule over the course of several months. Yes, I'm very aware of Bob. I watch a lot of Bob Wells. I like Bob Wells. But again, he does kind of gloss over some of the negative aspects of living on the road. But he does mention them now and then. He mentions them and then he doesn't mention them, and then, I don't know. Some people will just see one of his videos and take it out of context, that he's always all glowy and wonderful about nomadic life. There are a lot of downsides to it, and it's not for everybody. And you do need to have a pile of dough somewhere, at least some savings in your bank for all the emergencies, you know, especially with you're breaking down and stuff like that. But I think Bob's done a lot of good for everything, and, you know, I don't know. But if you criticize him, yeah, there's friendlies out there that'll defend him. Cindy says she is chiding. I think we presume it's a female. Cindy, S-I-N-D. You know, whoever said, I said that being a critic isn't fun. And she says, whoever said that being a critic was supposed to be fun? Those who cannot do, what? Those who cannot do, they just criticize. Those who can't do, okay, those who can't do, criticize. Make your own original content. Like it was time you went to that maze thing. Oh yeah, that's right across the street there, the labyrinth. I got my own original content today. See? I got my own original content. Make your own original comment. I love how you get all those financial experts who have ray vision into people's private bank accounts, debt or savings. Amazing. No, we do the Social Blade. Okay, Social Blade does estimates based on your number of views, how much money you're probably making on YouTube. It's often very wrong, but we do not do x-rays into anyone's bank account. Cindy. Fabulous says we're fully vaxxed. We wear the mask if others are around us and masked up, and ditch it, you know, around, yeah, whatever, etc., etc. Costs us nothing to make folks around us comfortable, so we do. I mean, everybody does that now, right? You don't have to wear a mask outside, but I do have one in my pocket, and, you know, if there's a store that says you got to wear one in the place, I put the mask on. You know, or if there's a lot of crowded people somewhere, and it's particularly, you know, somewhere in a restaurant and you're not eating at the moment, you put it on. I don't know, you know, just go with the flow, man. Just go with the flow. Yeah, I've been having a lot of problems with getting packages delivered these days. Mr. Rockford in Chicago sent me a package, and it went to Greensboro, which is Greensboro, North Carolina, is where where they sort everything here for this part of North Carolina. It was there for like 3 or 4 days, and then it finally made it to Morganton, and then it said it was delivered to a parcel locker. But there's no parcel locker at the UPS store. So maybe it's a parcel locker at the post office. You're right. Mary says, I have problems with packages over here in Chandler, North Carolina too. Very annoying. Check out the USPS in Morganton and see if it's there waiting to get to return to sender. I don't know. Maybe the sender didn't put enough postage on it or something. I don't know. Maybe it's just sitting there waiting to get sent back to the sender. Who knows? SC1212, says, according to the website Fame Ranker, Bob Wells' net worth is well over $1 million. His estimated salary is almost $500,000, and he has had a very significant increase in his net worth after starting the Howard charity. That's the American way, right? I don't know, man. I don't know. Betty Smith, there in southern Minnesota, says people are jealous of successful people if they look like the average person who didn't invent something or a movie star, right? Bob was lucky enough to get in on the ground floor, as they say, of something. Bob has been through hell in this life and is a great guy, and he definitely deserves to be successful. Again, it's these people that are all for the American way and deep down capitalists. Bob is doing just what capitalism allows him to do. He found a niche where people need some information, and they may need a service on how to live nomadically. And he got in on the ground floor, and he has making some money on it. He has books, he does television, he got some money to be in nomad land. He he has a website where he sells merch and stuff, and he does YouTube, and he has a lot of subs, and he probably makes some decent money there too. So, hey, he's just doing the capitalist thing, making some money. What's wrong with that? So from SC1212 Abel, so what would happen if YouTube did away with the super chats, public e-begging, and Patreon was shut down? I bet a lot of YouTube channels would disappear and their creators would have to go get that terrible word, a job. The vast majority of nomads have to do that anyway. The vast majority of nomads that have YouTube channels don't make much money. I mean, really, on YouTube or with merch or anything. They may make a few bucks to help them with gas now and then, but I'd say 95% of nomads out there that do YouTube channels, whatever they make is just chump change. There's 5% that actually make some good money. Again, if YouTube went down, everybody's got other platforms. There's Patreon. I doubt YouTube and Patreon are both going to go down at the same time. There's other ways to put your videos up on different platforms, and there's other ways to make money. It may not be as convenient and as easy and simple as YouTube is, because YouTube is pretty much putting everything in one basket. But there's other ways of doing it, Rick says, I would respectfully disagree with the statement that I made, that I said I think even Bob Wells would admit that people have the right to criticize Bob Wells. The moderators who Bob has chosen to monitor his live chats and comments on the channel delete and censor anything that politely disagrees with Bob or his philosophy. I've seen it over and over and over again on those live chats. It rivals the censorship of you-know-who. The other CRVL. M-Trade says, what kind of a man would put poo after his name? Well, what about it, Rossi Poo? DB Cooper. Hey, DB Cooper. He's alive. DB Cooper writes, I think that Unstoppable Morgan's tailgate looks ghetto as hell, but no one wants to say it to her. But if it all works like she hopes, more power to her. And finally, Arizona Mark says the reason he watches Unstoppable Morgan is her crew, her draw. Her draw is her Bronco and all the repairs on it. That he actually doesn't find her that woohoo, but he likes all the repairs she does on the Bronco. Hey, everybody watches for a different reason, and I don't think Morgan cares as long as you watch. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching Letters, and More for the 15th of May, 2021. A beautiful day here in beautiful Morganton, North Carolina. And I just wanted to say hi to this lovely lady here. Yeah. Hi. How you doing? This is Etta Baker. Etta Baker picking on the porch. Wow, Etta Baker. I guess Etta Baker is from Morganton. She was lived from 1913 to 2006. Wow. And some picking on the porch. All right. So I'll have to Wikipedia her and find out more about her. But I actually, the first time I came up to this place near the auditorium here in town, I actually thought this was a real person sitting here playing a guitar from the back. It really looks convincing. It really did. And I was going to come up and kind of take a listen, and then I realized that this is just a sculpture. But it's a nice one. Oh, she's got a ladybug on her hair, in her hair there. All right. Anyway, this is cool, huh? All right, folks. That ought to do it for letters for the 15th of May 2021. Blog Blunder.